What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about Ed Reed, none other than the Eddie Reed himself. 99 zone coverage. Now, what does that mean? I'm going to let you guys know. For those of you guys that joined me earlier on my Twitch stream, if you guys are not following me on Twitch, you're probably doing it wrong. At GmiasWorld on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You guys should already be there, but hey, if you don't want to be part of the fam, let me know about it in the comments. I'm going to tell you this right now, though. This guy right here is the best safety in Madden 21. I'm going to bring you guys through, pretty much the house rule segment of the gameplay is very, very useful. I'm going to tell you why. For all of you guys that are trying to lab new things and trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, you guys need to focus in on house rules when they're available. For me, I don't have a lab partner, so when I lab something, I get the brakes beat off of me in real live games. And for me, it's better that way, even though it happens in front of you guys, because we all learn together. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I come out with a scheme and I'm trying to figure out if a player is really good or not, I have to adjust certain defenses and put guys in different, scenarios to where, okay, is he going to play that? Does he play this? That's what I'm going to show you guys in a second with this gameplay. But I want to go ahead and make sure everybody thoroughly understands what makes Ed Reed so good. Not only is it the 99 zone, because when you reach the max threshold of anything, it always reacts differently. I know that 95 to 99 theoretically plays the same, but it's something about the 99 that makes the players react in different formats. Like, for instance, with Ed Reed, if you put him in a hook curl, he'll stay in that segment of the field the same way that a hook curl is supposed to play, but then he'll also turn into a vertical hook because of his zone coverage, which is not usually something that happens. It's kind of weird the way you can adjust stuff. A lot of you guys have been shading and doing different things, and that's all fascinating and it's exciting, but you really want to just know what takes the advantage away from your offense that you're playing against. What is it that you can do out there in the field? How can you maneuver your players to make them better? And the best thing that I've seen thus far is making sure you have a player with a 95 or above zone threshold. They just play differently. Once they hit that 95, they actually will do different things to help you in that part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very delicate situation because some of the stuff is very subtle because you're still going to get dotted through your eye sockets, because unfortunately the EA Sports development team that are in charge of gameplay, they don't believe that your player is human, which means that the ball can go through them at any time, but they will be around the area is what I'm trying to say. So for those of you guys that are also subscribed to GmiasWorld Gaming on YouTube, number one, you're awesome. But number two, the video will be up about Ed Reed where I had the live gameplay where I was playing Weekend League with him. And you guys will be able to see live like what I was doing, how I was adjusting and stuff like that. As far as the zones that I put him in, you guys are going to have to go ahead and experiment with what actually works. Purples, curl flats, flat zones, deep thirds. You're going to have to figure that out yourself and see how they attack the field. I also want to note that he does have mid-zone KO on him, so depending on where he ends up on the field, he's going to play unbelievable in the mid areas. So if you play somebody that's throwing like, a corner route from the slot with the tight end and it's always open, or a deep crosser that ends up on his side, he's going to be in that mid area. Once it goes deeper, it may adjust differently because I don't have deep zone KO on him, but the mid-zone KO pretty much takes away everything in the middle of the field. All right, so if he's in that area, he's going to react. Now, during the gameplay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to slow it down for you as well to kind of give you the aspect of what I'm talking about and the differences with the players that you may have now, how it differentiates between Ed Reed and the player that you may have that has a lower zone coverage. Also, for a bonus, he gets that 90-man, that 90-man coverage. So if you need to put him in man coverage, he's not going to play like an absolute weirdo and just get dotted. He will actually react in man as well. Now, depending on if they run an out or an in, you would have to know that and shade to the correct side. But that 90-man zone threshold is going to help you out. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to jump into not a weekend league, double trouble with the house rules. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and test them out. And I will recommend to everybody that's trying to understand more about Madden and the zone coverage versus the man to go ahead and play house rules, not with the intention of winning. I already have the 40 wins. I meant to share that with you guys earlier, but I'm going to share it with you guys soon. Let you guys see all those bonuses and what we're going to do with those coins and those trophies. But you want to go in to see what you think you need to learn about unless you already have a lab partner, you want to go into these house rule games and try to figure out exactly what's going on with your players. What makes them react? What makes them move around? Where should they play best? What makes them follow a player that's in a deep crosser? You know, what makes them follow a guy that's motioned across on a slant? That zone coverage is what's going to help you. If you don't have a player that has a decent mixture of those two things, it kind of limits you defensively. And no, you don't have to go crazy as far as like paying a lot of you know, coins or whatever like that, like buying bundles and all that stupidness. You can do a lot with a little. Like right here, I'm under pressure. Maybe this guy has under pressure on his players. Who knows, dude? Josh Allen just sailed the ball. It doesn't really matter. Right here, he's going to run the ball like we're playing an actual game. The dude's weird, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to come out and run power O like a savage. And we're just going to have to be better than him in order to get the win. Right here, we get the 2 points because we get him behind the line of scrimmage. But he's going to, I think he goes for, yeah, he goes for it right here. We scream at him with Ricky Jackson. All right, cool. Now, we haven't seen anything yet about Ed Reed with that drive because he didn't do anything that would have helped us. Right there, we go ahead and hit him with a touch pass, straight dot. That's all good. Right here, I don't know what kind of, like he was just doing a lot of weird stuff. It's straight cover 3, but these guys align their safeties with that seam, so it gets very, very difficult to actually streak the tight end, but I'm going to still do it anyway because I don't care. That's just the way that I roll, and it is what it is. But anyway, as we continue to go on, you know, let's take our field goal and go through it. We're going to go right back to trying to figure out just how good Ed Reed is. And once I saw him do this, I was convinced. This guy, 99 zone, number one, 99 zone means something, and he's the best safety in the game. I know he's undersized at 5'11", and a lot of you guys are like, yo, he's too little. Doesn't matter, because the game is not about big hits. It's about coverage and understanding where the players are. All right, so you're not gonna, you don't need a bunch of enforcers anymore. All right, so just pay attention to what's going on with him. You see him on the right side. You see how he's defending both those guys. I'm gonna slow it down again and let you see his zone coverage. And keep in mind, I'm adjusting my zones, I'm shading, I'm doing different things. Watch him on the right side. You see the tight end Finley. He sees it, and then you see how he's just underneath it, and he's perfectly there so that the player that's above him in the deep blue can play his zone properly and still be there to make a play. Then he lights up in mid-zone as soon as the ball is thrown in the mid-zone area. Just watch what he does on the right side. His side was not the issue. His side was fine. It was Denzel Ward getting dotted on the other side that was causing a little bit of issues. Right there, he plays underneath. He stays with the one guy. That's fine. I had him manned up. That's cool. All right, we go back to this right here. I don't know what he's doing, but now he tries to do the same thing. This time, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie pays attention to it, analyzes it, and watches. Right here, we're screaming. He lights up. He's right there. He's not in a flat zone, guys, but he immediately reacts to whatever your offense is doing. Watch him again on this side. He comes down. He's ready to go. All right, he's going to change the play. We move Ed Reed in a little bit, adjust his zone coverage real quick. All right, now what are you going to do? Let's see what this guy does. And just continue to watch what Ed Reed is doing on the right side there. Pay attention. Watch him. Now you see like he lets him go, and then he's right there on him. That route usually burns every coverage. That's when I realized there's something about 99 zone. Now I have to try to figure out how to get other players in better positions and look at what's available to get as much zone coverage 95 and above. But Ed Reed right now is a very, very useful card because he defends in man coverage as well as zone. So that's a beautiful thing to have right there with that 99 zone and at least that threshold of 90 man. I want to thank all of you guys and girls for watching. Have a great day. Until next time, one love, y'all.